Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with your same module, that is the business skills for e-commerce, and the same PDF and the same chapter, that is chapter number 1, that is introduction to e-commerce. In the last class we have discussed one topic, uh, two topics, that is nature of e-commerce as well as the features or the levels of e-commerce. So I am going to continue with the same topic, that is the levels of e-commerce. First of all, uh, let's take a quick review what we have covered in the last class. So let's start with the last class topics. In the last class we have started with nature of e-commerce, that is what is the nature of e-commerce, or what are the qualities of e-commerce, why there is a need for e-commerce, and which category the e-commerce belongs, that is the nature of e-commerce. So this says electronic commerce, being a new field, is just developing its theoretical or scientific foundations. That is, whenever we use the e-commerce, it is just the developing, or it is just the need for the increasing the theoretical or scientific foundations. It is based on several disciplines. There are so many disciplines that is available, that we can say that it is a e-commerce. The major disciplines of e-commerce with some sample of issues with which they are concerned with. That is, the major discipline areas or the major discipline factors, that is nature of e-commerce by which we are using the e-commerce. The first point of nature of e-commerce is marketing. That is, the e-commerce is used in the marketing. That is, many issues of marketing offline are relevant to online e-commerce. That is, there are so many issues that when we do the marketing online. So if, for example, the salesperson is doing the marketing online, that is with the help of e-commerce, that is the nature of the e-commerce, that is it is used in the marketing. Then computer sciences. E-commerce also plays a very important role in the computer science. Computer science person are very useful, or are very sidely affected or useful by the e-commerce. That is, the e-commerce is mostly used in um, computer systems. So this says e-commerce agent plays an important role in e-commerce as well as, that is, the intelligent agents. Then consumer behavior and psychology, that is e-commerce is also used in, or it is a very important role in, or the it's a role of e-commerce is very important in the consumer behavior and psychology. That is whatever the consumer behaves and whatever psychology the consumer uses, that is also a part of the, or that is also a category of e-commerce. Then finance, that is the financial markets and the banks are one of the, or important, or one of the participant or major participant in e-commerce. That is, in e-commerce, the major category or the major part is the finance. That is, most of the financial markets like share markets and the banks are the major participants of the e-commerce. Also, financing arrangements are part of many online transactions. That is, there is a financial arrangement that is also a part of many online transactions. Issues such as using the internet as a substitute for a stock exchange and fraud in online are a sample of many topics of this, of the file. That is, whenever there is a fraud, there is some requirement of the transaction, that is an online transaction, that is provided by the e-commerce. So e-commerce also provides the transactions that is useful for checking whether there is any fraud activity or not. Then economics, that is e-commerce helps in the economics field. That is, it is used for analyzing the cost benefit analysis. If the cost is more than the benefits, that is, there is a losses, and if the benefits are more than the losses, then there is a profit. So this is the finance factor. So issues such as using the internet as a substitute for a stock exchange and fraud in online stock transactions are a sample of many topics of the file. This is economics, that is influence, e-commerce is also influenced by the economic forces and has a major impact on the world and country economics. Then MIS, that is a management information system, that is e-commerce also helps in the MIS, that is whatever the flow of the information. So proper management of the flow is also provided by the e-commerce. So e-commerce also helps in the MIS, that is a management information system. This discipline covers issues ranging from system analysis to system integration. That is, every part of the management information system is provided by the e-commerce. That is, e-commerce helps in every part of the MIS. whether it may be system analysis, whether it may be planning, whether it may be implementation, security, and payment system, and there are so many other factors that also uses, or there are so many other stages that is also used by the MIS, that is the Management Information System. Then there is accounting and auditing, that is the e-commerce is also used in accounting as well as the auditing. That is the back office operations of electronic transactions are similar to other transactions in some respects. So whenever there is a back office operation, that is a back end operation, that is also usage of the, or that is also used for the electronic transaction, that is also provided by the e-commerce. That is nowadays most of the transactions, most of the balance sheet, trial balance is formed in the e-commerce. Then there is a auditing also. For audit purpose, it is also used in e-commerce. Then there is a management, that is electronic commerce efforts needs to be managed properly, and because of this nature of e-commerce, its management may require new approaches and theories. That is e-commerce need to be managed in a proper way. So whenever there is a proper management of e-commerce, consumer, suppliers, and all the persons are very affected or impacted, even I say, by the e-commerce. Then e-commerce business rules and business laws and ethics, that is a very important part on the e-commerce, especially in a global market. Then the others, that is the several other disciplines are also involved in various aspects of e-commerce to a lesser extent. For example, linguistic, that is translation in international trade, robotics, sensory system, operation research, management science, stats, public policy, and administrator. So these are the various impact, or these are the various phases, various aspects of the e-commerce. Also, e-commerce is of interest to engineering, healthcare, communication, and entertainment publishing. That is, e-commerce is also helps in the interest of the engineering, healthcare, communication, and entertainment publishing. So these are the various these are the various nature of e-commerce. That is the nature of the e-commerce. Now, the next topic that we have covered a little bit, that is only the first point, first level of e-commerce. That is the topic is the levels of e-commerce. What are the levels of e-commerce? What are the categories of e-commerce by which e-commerce is divided into multiple parts? That is the levels of e-commerce. So this says electronic commerce is the process of conducting commercial transactions. In this, it is defined commercial transactions. Commercial means trading of goods and services. So e-commerce is the process of conducting commercial transactions electronically over the internet. That is, whenever we are doing the commercial transactions electronically with the help of electronics, with the help of electricity over the internet, that is known as e-commerce. This process is carried out primarily in 5 levels. That is the commercial transactions when it is done on the internet via electronically, that is carried out in 5 levels, in 5 phases. And the main aspect of e-commerce is merchant selling product or service to the customer. That is, there are multiple level, and the main level is whenever a product is passed to the customer, that is, a service is passed to the consumer. So there are 5 major segments under the broader category of e-business. That is, there are 5 major segments that is available for the e-commerce. However, the following are the some popular e-commerce models that is used by various companies that is engaged in e-commerce. Now, what are the popular e-commerce models that is used by companies? One is B2B e-commerce, then B2C, that means one business entity is dealing with another business entity. B2C means one business or one business entity is engaged with the or contact with the to the consumers. Then consumer to consumer means one consumer. Suppose I am one consumer, I am selling out my product to you, like for example OLX, where consumer and consumer directly deal with each other. That is also part of the e-commerce. Then business to employees e-commerce, that is one business partner provides something to their employees in an organization, that is a B2E. And the consumer to business, sometime I as a consumer sell out my old furniture to the business, to the on the OLX with the business, that is a consumer to the business e-commerce. And we have studied first one, that is the B2B e-commerce. That is what is B2B e-commerce and why we are using the B2B e-commerce. What are the advantages? What are the pros and the cons of the, or what are the pros and the cons of the e-commerce? In the first paragraph, it is mentioned what is the definition of e-commerce. Then it is mentioned then business to business, that is B2B e-commerce is smart enough or smart business. Then it is mentioned that wholesaler may sell out product to the retailer. This is the next category. Then that is the next one, that is the internet enabled initiatives of an enterprise that is available for the commercial linkages. Then it is in the next paragraph, it is saying B2B transaction, the interaction is between the businesses. That is, whenever there is an interaction that is done within the business, that is, there are two business entity, one business entity is dealing with another business entity. For example, a website that is sketching for the steel industry might have a facility for a buyer and seller to list out their requirement and post their product. That is also a B2B. That is, one business is dealing with another business. One industry is dealing with another industry. This says it helps them in quickly closing the transactions and the buyer can get quality material and choose from different suppliers. In the next paragraph, it is mentioned that B2B commerce is a growing business in the e-commerce arena. So it is a growing business that is developed in a day-to-day scenario, that is a growing business in the e-commerce arena with the increasing one use of the internet. That is, there is a huge use of the internet that is available, that is e-commerce. More and more business are realizing the commercial advantage of giving business clients a streamlined and easy manner to order products or service online. That is, everything is done online, that is available in the e-commerce. Then we also studied about that B2B also provide SMEs with an excellent opportunity to access new markets. That is small and medium enterprises, that is a small business entities and the new business entities and the middle level business entities is also using the business to business e-commerce. As a medium of information storage, the internet has an emerging a clear winner. That is, internet is using the more advantageous factor. Uh, then we have studied what are the innovative methods of enhancing, that is increasing the levels of e-commerce. What are the levels, that is B2B and B2C. That is, what are the innovative ideas, what are the innovative methods that is using for enhancing the B2B and B2C. First one is CD-ROM catalogs, then kiosk, then extranets. So these are the various innovative methods that is used for doing the transactions on B2B and the B2C. Then affiliate program to drive the business to your convenience site from the other content related sites. This is the important line, that it is expected to be the largest most of transacting e-business and is a global phenomenon. That is, B2B is one of the greater level or the increased level or the high level of the e-commerce with which we can supply each and everything. That is a B2B e-commerce. The next category, so this is the next category and this is for today's session. So let's start with the today's topic, today's session, that is a B2C, that is a business to consumer e-commerce. That is, one business entity is dealing with consumers, that is a customers, that is a e-commerce. So if I go with the name, one business entity is dealing with various consumers, that is a consumers, for uh, transacting or for giving the transactions to more than one person to for the commercial transactions to for commercial transaction, that is known as the business to consumer e-commerce. That is, one business entity is dealing with more than one consumers for selling out the goods and services via electronically, that is the business to consumer e-commerce, that is B2C. So it is for the consumers to buy stores from the web. That is, it is for the consumers or the customers to buy stores from the web. That is, to buy the things from the web. The problem to be recognized in this is to secure payment using encryption, transaction integrity, quick response, and time and reliability. So it is for the consumers to buy stores or to buy goods from the web. This is not stores, this is goods. So it is for the consumers, for the sake of consumers to buy the goods from the web. The problem to be recognized in this is to the secure payment, encryption, transaction integrity, quick response, time and reliability. B2C e-commerce involves selling of goods and services to consumers or end users. That is, it means selling and purchasing of goods and services to the end users or the consumers. That is, one business entity is passing out or selling out the goods and services to the consumers or the end users. It allows them to browse the product catalog, select product and services, and complete the order online. So it is a role of the B2C, that is the business to consumer e-commerce, that involves the selling of goods and services to various consumers or end users. Then next paragraph says, in a B2C transaction, that is whenever there is a business to consumer transaction, the interaction is between a consumer and the preferred business. There is an interaction among the consumer and the preferred business. That is, there is a interaction means role of the consumer and the preferred business. For example, the most popular site is Amazon.com. That is the most popular site that is available, which is the first online bookseller, which has proved a potential competitor to the traditional bricks and mortar booksellers such as Barron and Noble. So one of the important site that is available is Amazon.com. That is an example of B2C. That is, one business entity is selling out goods, that is selling out the books to the various customers, that electronically over the internet, via internet. That is a B2C transaction. That is, the business name is Amazon.com, and this business is passing that goods to the consumer. That is a B2C transaction. So in this category of e-commerce, businesses uses the internet to offer to consumers sales and services around the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 a year. That means in this role of in this category of e-commerce, that is a B2C e-commerce, there is a all-time availability, that is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. That is 24 by 7 and 365 days. The sites like Amazon, Rediff, Offer are among these belonging to this category. That is, whenever I say that there are categories of e-commerce, that is a transaction of the e-commerce between among various partners. That is a sites that is available like Amazon, Rediff, Offer. So these are the various sites for the B2C, that is a business to consumer. These websites are meant for selling goods directly to the consumers through the internet. That is, directly consumers are getting the goods, or consumers are taking out the goods, or business partners are selling out the goods to various consumers through the internet. That is, these websites are meant for selling out the goods directly to the consumer with the help of internet or through the internet. The two-way accessibility of the internet enables operating companies to directly ascertain customer preference and buying trends. That is the two-way accessibility of the internet. That is, whenever we access the internet, whenever we use the internet, there is a two-way accessibility of the internet that enables the operating companies, that enables the businesses to directly ascertain, directly use the consumer preferences or customer preferences and buying trends. Businesses are using these consumer insights to formulate marketing strategies and offer to the consumers what they want and what they require. That is, they are dealing with or they are offer with the consumer that what they want and what they want. E-business in this mode, that is, whenever we use the e-business in this mode, significantly reduces the cost associated with this one. That it reduces the cost that is associated with this one. Service centers and mass marketing campaigns. Since e-commerce makes just-in-time delivery possible, that is, e-commerce helps in making the just-in-time delivery possible. The supplier does not have to store the goods. That is, there is no way or there is no need for storing the goods in the warehouses. Why? Because everything is done online. Everything is done electronically over the internet. So it is not possible or it is not the usage to store the goods in the warehouses. He can procure them from the suppliers as and when he gets the order from the buyer through the internet. Right. Next paragraph says, B2C is the most popular form of e-commerce. As I say, B2C. Why? Because if I'm the consumer, I want that I purchase the good from one business entity or one from reputative business. So that if I, by default, if my product is not correct or not valid or not as per my requirements, so I can change this product from the business, not from the customer. So most of the customer prefer the B2C. Why? Because customer deals with the business, not deal with the altogether. That is the C2C, but it deals with the business entity. So B2C is the most popular form of e-commerce, wherein the individuals are directly involved in B2B e-commerce and businesses uses the internet for offering their product or services 24 hour day to global access. This is one of the important line that it is the products are available all time a day, that is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and 365 days a week. That is the B2C or B2C e-commerce. So it uses the internet for offering their product or services. The sites like Amazon.com, Rediff are among these. That is, these are the most important sites. That is a B2C. These websites sell goods directly to the consumers over the internet. The two-way accessibility features of the internet enables operating companies to ascertain consumer preferences and buying trend directly. That is, these are the two features that is available. One is the consumer preferences. That is, consumer satisfaction is also the one of the feature of the B2C, and buying trends directly. That is, there is a direct communication among the business to the consumer. That is also B2C. So these are the various categories, or these are the two features, striking features whenever we use the B2C, that is the business to consumer. What are the two features that is available? One is consumer satisfaction or consumer preferences, and one is buying trend directly. Now let's move to the next one, that is a consumer to consumer e-commerce. This is the next category. At the name advice, consumer to consumer e-commerce. One consumer deals with the another consumer. That is a consumer to consumer e-commerce. So here interaction is between the consumer to consumer. So first line says here interaction, that is the interaction is done among the consumer to consumer. For example, in sites like eBay, Bid or buy.co, Bazi.co, which are auction sites. That is whatever I said, if I want to sell out my product, old product, old furniture, or so there are so many auction sites available. Auction means whenever there is a bid, whenever there is a demand, multiple persons are coming to their place, to one place, and bid for a thing. That is bid for a house, and the largest bid wins the race. That is the largest bid person take out the house, as per my example. So these are the various auction sites that is available. One can virtually sell and buy any goods, either used or new one. As I told you, we can also, or the consumer can also sell out the goods, that is the old furniture, old radio, anything, old utensils that is available with the consumer. That is a consumer to consumer e-commerce. Uh, Till now, what I told you that all the persons communicate one place, they take the bid. This is they have to come to the one place by using the transportation cost, by using their time. So with the help of C2C, that whenever everything is done electronically, so there is no usage or there is no requirement for coming to the one place, collected one place, wastage of time, wastage of resources. No, everything is done electronically. Even bidding is also done electronically by the using of the auction sites. That is the C2C e-commerce. So that is done by the C2C e-commerce. How is this possible? Multiple persons together used with multi auction sites. One person takes the bid. That bid is available online with the auction sites. That is, for example, Bazi.com. In the same way, another person or another user come, take the bid for that purpose of that product only. Then another person come, and who is the person that makes the largest bid wins the product, or take out the product with him or her. This form of e-commerce is nothing but the cyber versions of the good old action houses. As I told you, cyber version of the good old action houses. Whenever there is a requirement of the sell out of the goods, in India mostly, I'm not talking about the Nigeria, in India mostly, whenever there is a requirement for selling out the goods, of old goods, there is an auction sale at their house place, at their place. The different consumer takes the bid, and one of the consumer who takes the largest bid take out the house. That is also a C2C e-commerce. So this is nothing but the cyber version of the good old auction houses. If anyone wants to sell out anything, all one has to do it, post a message on the site. This is the procedure, how it is post, or how C2C is used, how auction sales is done electronically over the internet. So this says, if anyone wants to sell anything, all one has to do is post a message. That is whatever the requirement. That is first of all posting a message on the site, giving details of the product and the expected price, and wait for the interested customer. So first of all, post a message on the site, then giving detail of the product and the expected price, wait for an interested consumer to turn up and buy it. So first of all, post a message, give the details of the product like OLX, give the expected price, and wait for the interested consumer or customer to turn up and buy it. The buyer gets in touch with the seller through the internet. That is, the communication between the buyer and the seller is done electronically, that is with the help of internet. The OLX is the best example. I think OLX is used in Nigeria also, but I don't know. I'm not sure about this, but in India there is a OLX, that is selling of old goods and products. Suppose I want to sell out my dustbin, I can use the OLX for selling out it. This is a funny example. No, suppose I want to sell out my car, so I can take out the picture and send it to the website, and along with the expected result, expected price, not result, price, and wait for the interested consumer. If you are the interested consumer to take out my car, you can directly call to me because phone numbers are available on the website. This is the C2C. That is, everything is done electronically. So buyer gets in touch with the seller through the internet, and deal is closed once the amount is finalized. Once the amount is finalized, then the deal is closed. Online message boards and barters are examples of C2C e-commerce. These are the two examples. That is, one is online messages, and the barter system are one of the examples of e-commerce. Then the next category is consumer to business e-commerce. This is the next category. So till now we have covered B2B, B2C, C2C. Now this is C2B. That is there is one consumer, and he or she is sending out the goods to the business. That is the C2C e-commerce. Sorry, C2B e-commerce. This says e-commerce by empowering the customer has been strategically redefining business. That means e-commerce redefines the business that is strategically with the use of strategy. An example of C2B model, that is an example of consumer to business model of e-commerce, is the site that is the priceline.com. So this is the better site, this is the good site that is used for the C2B, that is consumer to business e-commerce. So example of e-commerce model of e-commerce is the site that is the priceline.com, which allows prospective airline traveler. That is, this is the site that is the priceline.com that allows the prospective airline traveler, tourist in need of hotel reservation, etc., to visit its website and indicates their preferred price for travel between any two cities. That is the best example of C2B. That is, one consumer is sending out the goods to the or selling out the goods to the business. One of the best example is priceline.com, which allows prospective airline travelers, tourists, that is the airline traveler and the tourists in need of the hotel reservation. That is, one consumer is going for the business. Suppose I am planning for my outstation, right? I am the customer and I am dealing with the business, that is dealing with the airline travelers, tourists in need of the hotel reservation for reserving the hotels, etc., to visit its website and indicate their preferred price for travel between any two cities. This is the best example of the C2B. That is C2B e-commerce is the example of the site that is the priceline.com for allowing the tourist airline travelers for usage of the hotel reservation to visit the website and indicates their preferred price for travel between any two cities. If an airline is willing to issue a ticket or to the customers on the customer offered price, the consumer can travel them to the mentioned destination at his terms or at his or her terms. That is, consumer is mentioning the detail or consumer is expected to give the details to the business, and whenever there is a requirement, whenever there is a issue of the ticket, consumer can then travel to the above mentioned above mentioned destination at the same time at the same go. That is, the consumer is dealing with the or taking out or carry out the operations in advance, that is the carry out or reserve the rooms in the hotels, that is the hotel reservation or any term that is used for the customer preferences, that is done by the C2B, that is consumer to business e-commerce. Now the last category of level or the last level of e-commerce is B2E e-commerce, that is the business to employees e-commerce. This is concerned more with marketing, that is it is concerned more with the marketing, corporations internal processes more efficiently. So it is concerned with more with the marketing, doing the marketing with the corporation internal processes, with the corporation's internal processes more efficiently. Customer care and support activities are also hold the ground. That is, customer care and the support activities that is available also holds the ground. That is the customer care. For example, if I am using the Nokia phone or if I am using the Vodafone signals, that is the signal, that is a SIM, right? If I am using the BlackBerry phone, there is a customer service. That is the best example of B2E e-commerce. We can approach online with the customer service, giving out my details, giving out my um, problems with the cell, and that employees of the Airtel, employees of the Nokia can carry out the details of the phone or details of the problem and um, make out the modifications or correct it as soon as possible or as soon as the or as per the compatibility of the phone. This is the example of B2 e-commerce, that is B2E, that is a business to employee e-commerce. This says customer care and support activities also hold ground. The requirement is that are all self-service with applications on the web that the employee can use themselves. That is, the requirement is the self-service application that is used with the web that the employee can use themselves. Now This is the next topic, that is the SWOT analysis. This is one of the important point, that is the SWOT analysis. So first of all, let's take a break, then comes to this part, that is the SWOT analysis. So let's take a break right now. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, let's start the session. So come back from the break, starting with the session. The next topic is your SWOT analysis. So till now we have discussed what are the different levels of e-commerce, that is B2B, B2C, C2B, C2C, and the B2E. Now the next category is your SWOT analysis, that is the strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. So these are the four definitions, or these are the four full form of SWOT analysis, that is the SWOT analysis. So this is used this is SWOT analysis evaluating. Hello, 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 hello. Are you are able to hear me? So it is saying evaluating business unit opportunities. That is a SWOT analysis, or that is done by the SWOT analysis. Whenever we have to evaluate, whenever we have to analyze business unit opportunities, business unit capabilities, that is the evaluation of the business units. Now that we have learned how to identify industry value chains and break each value chain into strategic business units, we can learn one popular technique for analyzing and evaluating business opportunities. That is, we have learned how to identify the industry chains and how to break down each process into strategic business units. And now it is a technique, or we can now learn technique, one popular technique for analyzing and evaluating the business and opportunities. That is, what are the popular techniques that is used for evaluating and analyzing the business operations or opportunities. Most electronic commerce initiatives add values by the reducing transaction cost. That is, most of the or most electronic commerce or e-commerce initiative add the value by reducing the transaction cost, creating some type of network effect or a combination of both. That is, most of the e-commerce activities add the values by reducing the transaction cost, creating some type of network, or a combination of both, reducing the transaction cost or the network effects. In SWOT analysis, that is for evaluating the business opportunities, there is a SWOT analysis, that is strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. That is the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. The analyst first look into the business unit to identify its strengths and weaknesses. Analyst means the person who evaluates the business unit, that is the analyst. First look into the business unit, that is first look into the business areas to identify its strengths and weaknesses. That is, what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses of the business. The analyst then reviews the environment in which the business unit operates and identifies opportunities presented by that environment. So first of all, it identifies the strength and the weaknesses of a business unit. Then it reviews the environment. It reviews the external environment in which the business unit operates and identify the opportunities. So first of all, calculate the strength and weaknesses, then take out the environment, take out the market, survey for the market, and identify the opportunities that is presented by that environment, and then the threats posed by that environment. That is, what are the opportunities and what are the threats that is available by new environment. That is the threats and the opportunities, as shown in the figure, which shows the question that I analyze or analyst would ask in conducting a SWOT analysis. That is, what is a mind what is in the mind of a analyst when doing the SWOT analysis. So these are the various strengths, weaknesses. So what is SWOT analysis? It is used for evaluating the business unit It is used for evaluating the businesses. First of all, the analysts take out the strength and the weaknesses and then capture the market, capture the environment, then take out the opportunities and the threats that is available for a business. So how it works, or what are the figures or what are the role that the analyst would ask in the SWOT analysis. These are the various strengths. How does the company, how does the business do well, or what does the company do well? That is the strength. Weakness is what does the company do properly. So what does the company do well is the strength, and what does the company do in a poor manner, in a poor way, that is the weaknesses. Is a company strong in its market? That is the strength. That is, the company is strong in the market. This is a question. What problem could be avoided? That is, what are the problems that could be avoided in the SWOT analysis? Does the company have a strong sense of purpose and the culture to support that purpose? That is, does the company? This is also a question. Does the business have a great sense of or strong sense of purpose and the culture to support that purpose? That is, there is a huge purpose that is available. Does the company provide that purpose? And the weakness is, does the company have serious financial liabilities? That is, if there is any more liabilities than the assets, that is a weakness for the company. So these are the three weaknesses, and these are the three strength of a company, of a business. That is the strength and weaknesses of a business, of a company. Then next is your opportunities and the threats. That is, what are the opportunities and what are the threats that is available in businesses. Now, what is the opportunities? Our industry trends moving upward. This is opportunity, that there is a trend or there is a movement or there is a follow-up for moving upward for a company. And the threats is, what are the competitors doing well? Next opportunity is, do new market exist for a company product services? That is the new, if there is a new market that exists or that is available for the company's product and services. That is, a new market is available or exist or not. That is also a opportunity for a company. And then the next opportunity is, are there new technology that the company can exploit? That is, technologies are available for a company. That is also opportunity. So it is carried out that the opportunities are available in the company or not. Then threats are, what obstacles that the company face? That is, what are the difficulties, what are the barriers that the company face? That is a threat. Next, are there troubleshooting or troubling changes in the company's business environment? That is, are there is any troubling changes in the company business environment, technologies, rules, regulation, laws? If there is any change, that is a SWOT analysis questions. These are the various questions of the strength and the weaknesses which every analyst follow whenever it uses the SWOT analysis for evaluating the business opportunities, for evaluating the business transactions. So this is the analysis part, or this is the SWOT analysis that is used in every case, that is used by the analyst to evaluate the business strength and the weaknesses. So first of all, it carried out the strength and the weaknesses, then it carried out the opportunities and the threats. By considering all of the issues that it faces in a systematic way, a business unit can formulate strategies that will take advantage of its opportunities by building on its strength, avoiding any threats, and compensating for its weakness. That is, by considering all the issues that is available, either it may be strength, either it may be weaknesses, that it faces in a systematic way, a business unit can formulate. A business unit can use strategies. A formulate means to analyze the strategies that will take advantage of its opportunity, or that will take the advantage of its opportunity by building on its strength. That is, by building on its strength, avoiding any threats, and compensating for its weaknesses. So first of all, the strengths are advantageous, and avoiding the threats, compensating for the weaknesses. In the mid 1990s, Dell Computer used a SWOT analysis. So in the mid 90s, that is in the mid of the 90s, that is among 1990 to 2000, Dell Computer uses a SWOT analysis. Dell Computer uses a strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis to create a strong business strategy that has helped it become a very strong competitor in its in its value chain. So Dell Business or the Dell computer uses a SWOT analysis for creating a chain that is an industry value chain. Dell identifies its strength in selling directly to the customer. That is, the Dell uses the SWOT analysis for its business. So what does do analyst of a Dell do? It first of all uses the identifies the what are the strength available whenever there is a direct selling of goods to the customer, and in designing its computer and other products to reduce manufacturing cost. It acknowledges the weakness of having no relationship with local computer dealer. That is, it also acknowledges that what are the weaknesses uh, of the Dell computer or the Dell company. That is, what are the limitations or what are the disadvantages or what are the weaknesses that is available with the Dell computers. Dell faced threats from competitors such as Compaq and the IBM. So what are the threats in the Dell? That is, take out the or there is a large competition among the Compaq and the IBM, both of which has much strong brand names and reputation for quality at that time. So what are the strength? It is used for selling out directly to the consumer. Then what are the opportunities? Opportunities are that there is a strong relationship among the competitors. Then what are the threats? Threats is that there is a strong competition among the Compaq and the IBM. They'll identify an opportunity by noting that its customers were becoming more knowledgeable about computers. What is an opportunity? Opportunity is that the customer or the consumers or the customers of the Dell were becoming more knowledgeable about computers and could specify exactly what they wanted without having Dell salesperson answer questions or question answers or develop configurations for them. That is, it would specify exactly what they want without any Dell salesperson requirement, without any salesperson of the Dell. Next line says it also saw the internet as a potential marketing tool. So internet is used as a potential marketing tool. Sorry, in case of Dell analysis. The result of the Dell SWOT analysis, that is the result that is available for the Dell SWOT analysis, that is whenever the analysts do the research, do the SWOT analysis for the Dell, this is the result that is available. Now what are the strengths that is available in the Dell computers, Dell systems? That it sells out directly to the consumer. That is one of the strengths, that it sells out directly to the consumers. Then what are the next strength? It keeps the cost below competitive cost. That is, it keeps the cost low or below the as compared to the competitors like Compaq and IBM. And what are the weaknesses? There is no strong relationship with computer retailers. That is, there is no strong relationship among the various retailers of the computer. Now, opportunities. What are the opportunities that is available? Consumer desire for one-stop shopping. Then what are the threats? Competitive have strong brand names. These are the threats. That is different. Competitive have different strong brand name like Compaq and IBM. This is the threat for the Dell. And what are the opportunities? That the consumer desire for one-stop shopping. The other opportunities are consumers know what they want to buy. That is, the consumers know, consumers take out, or consumers know very well that what they want to buy. Next opportunity is that internet could be a powerful marketing tool. The internet is one of the powerful marketing tool that is available. That is also opportunity. Then the threats. What are the threats available? That is, competitors have strong relationship with computer retailers. That is, competitor or the competitors have a strong relationship among their various relationship among their various computer retailers. That is, they have a strong relationship with the computer retailers. This is the result of the Dell SWOT analysis. That is a Dell computers. That is a Dell company have a SWOT analysis. That is the result of or results of Dell SWOT analysis. So this says the strategy that the Dell follow after doing the analysis took all four of the SWOT elements into consideration. So it take out the or what does the Dell company follows? It take out the consideration of the SWOT analysis. That is, it take out the strength, it take out the opportunities, it take out the threats, it take out the weaknesses. Dell decided to offer customized computer built to order and sold over the phone. That is what the Dell decided or decides after the SWOT analysis, that it decides to offer the customized computers. Customized computers means as per the requirement of the user, there is a customized computers built to order and sold over the phone and eventually over the internet. That after doing the research with the help of SWOT analysis, Dell decided to offer customized computers that is built into and sold over the phone and eventually over the internet. Dell's strategy capitalized on its strength and avoided relying on a dealer network. The brand and quality threats posed by Compaq and IBM was lessened by Dell's ability to deliver higher perceived quality because each computer was custom made for each buyer. That is a Dell strategy that is available. There are different threads, there are different brands, there are different qualities that is available by the Compaq and IBM, that is lessened by the Dell's ability to deliver higher perceived quality because each computer was custom made for each buyer. That is, every computer is made for only buyer. So these are the various consequences of the or result of the SWOT analysis that every consumer, every person follows. That is a SWOT analysis. Now the next topic is, so this is the SWOT analysis. That means every analyst must perform the operations of the SWOT analysis. First of all, there is a strength, then there is a weaknesses, then there is opportunities, then there is a strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. So every analyst follow these four terms whenever it uses these four categories whenever it do the SWOT analysis. Now the next is future of e-commerce. That is, what is the future of e-commerce? That is, in the coming days, what is the future of e-commerce? So this says in 1996, Forrester Research Institute, that is the www.forrester, predicted that B2C would be a $6.6 billion business in 2000, up to 518 billion in 1996. That is, it is becoming more and more. That is a B2C business. Then they revised a figure to $20 billion, and the prediction going up in very growing age. In 1997, $10 billion worth of B2B transactions are conducted over the business. So this is simply a statistical data that is available that shows how much billion percentage transactions are carried out at the same time were carried out in over the internet electronically. So these are the various criteria, these are the various figures of the e-commerce. Then predictions on the total size of e-commerce vary. For 2010, total online shopping and B2B transactions are estimated in the range of $700 billion to $4 trillion. This is also a data that is available. History of or future of e-commerce, that is in the growing stage. What is the role of or what is the category of e-commerce? Then next point says Some e-commerce applications such as auctions and online stock trading. That is, these are the some e-commerce trading applications such as auction sales and the online stock trading are growing at a rate of 15% to 25%. That is, the auction sales as well as the online stock trading, online stock marketing are growing at a rate of 15% to 25%. That is, approaches or that is increasing from 15% to 25% per month. And the number of internet users worldwide is predicted to reach 750 millions by 2008. That is, by 2008 it is predicted to increase the number. As many as 50% of the internet users are predicted to be online shoppers. That is, 50% of the internet users are the online shoppers. That is, they are doing the online shopping over the internet. More than 50% of the internet users. One indication of the prospect of e-commerce is the price of e-commerce related stocks. That one of the indication of one of the prospect that is available of e-commerce is the price of e-commerce related stocks on the internet. Most e-commerce companies, that is, there are many companies of the e-commerce such as Amazon.com. This is not an Amazon, this is Amazon. This is not ARM, this is AMM. There is some misprinting. So, but where I yeah, most e-commerce companies such as Amazon.com. It is one of the best company. This is one of the best e-commerce company. For whenever someone asks that what is the best company for the e-commerce, or what is the name of the best company for doing the transactions electronically, so what's the name? That is Amazon.com. So most e-commerce companies such as Amazon.com are not making a profit. They are expanding operations and generating sales growth. That is, they are not only for making a profit, but they are only for expanding the operations and generating the sales growth. It is believed that by 2010, most of the major e-commerce companies will start to generate sizable profits. That is, it is believed that by 2010, that is by 2010, most of the major e-commerce companies, most of the major e-commerce companies that is available will start to generate sizable profit, will start to generate the more profits. Is Next question arises: is e-commerce just another buzzword, or is buzzword, or it is real? So it is a question. We believe that it is real because of its potential benefits. So this paragraph is nothing but showing the gain, or showing the interest, or showing the advantages of e-commerce, and one of the company that is mostly used for the e-commerce is Amazon.com. So this is the company that is used, that is Amazon.com, that is used for the Amazon. Now 1.8, that is the benefits of e-commerce to various fields. So this is the benefits of e-commerce first of all, then benefits to the organization, that is what are the benefits to the various organizations, then benefits to the customers of e-commerce, then benefits to the society, that is what are the benefits of e-commerce to the society, then there is the limitations of e-commerce, what are the technical limitations, what are the technical difficulties, non-technical, lack of awareness, lack of infrastructure. So these are the various limitations of e-commerce. Yeah, this is a long chapter. Then there is a last summary, that is what is the summary of this one. Then these are the keywords. This is the second chapter, that is a framework. So we have done with the SWOT analysis, we have done with the future of e-commerce. So let's stop over here only. I will start this topic because this is a lengthy topic, that is the benefits e-commerce, in the next class. So let's start the oh sorry, let's not start. I'm so confused. So let's stop over here only. In the next class I will be carried out the topic, that is the benefits of e-commerce, that is what are the benefits that is available of the e-commerce. So that is a 1.8, that is the e-commerce. So thanks a lot everyone for listening me. Uh, if there is any doubt, then please ask the doubt from me and I will answer you. If there is any little doubt, silly doubt, any doubt, you can ask from me. All right? Yeah, Joseph, tell me. Yeah, Joseph, tell me. Okay, okay. Can you give me the email ID? I will just share with you. Okay, yeah, just a minute. I will share with you. Mm, okay, just a minute. Wait. You are able to see my screen. Yeah, just a minute. Mm. Yeah, I have sent to you. All right. Okay. Welcome, Joseph. Yeah. Olesam, can you tell me your doubt? Yeah, Olesam, can you please talk with me? Are you able to hear me? Hello. Yeah, Olesam. What's your doubt? Okay, you have covered with the DOS programming. You have covered with the array. You have covered with the pointers. You have already covered all these topics. Because this is very mandatory for the Windows programming because that is the base for the DOS programming, or the DOS programming is the base. So first of all, understand the concept of the arrays, pointers, all these concepts. So take first of all take out the practice. If there is any doubt, then please ask from me first of all. Then for sure we will move to the Windows programming. No issues. Okay. Okay, thanks. And what about this topic? Are you take the interest on this topic, that is a business skill for e-commerce? Yeah, it's a theory, not a practical, because this is all the theory that what is e-commerce, what are the business skills for e-commerce. So this is just a theoretical topic. Okay. No. This is just a theoretical topic. Not an issue. We will take the interest. You will ask the question from me. I will ask the question from you, so that there is a interest among the theoretical topic. Okay. Welcome, Alyssa. Bye bye.